the fuck I'm about to talk about. Because a lot of people don't realize just what somebody said. If I come in the room and I hurry up and start speaking on other people, what they got going on, how they look, what they do got, what they don't. If I just start immediately evaluating what everybody else has going on, or pick out somebody to bully or immediately talk negative about, I don't have to receive the things that have to do with me. I don't got to sweep in front of my door if I'm already always at somebody else's fucking house sweeping in front of theirs. As a grown man or woman, I don't have to change and confront the things that need to be fixed with me if I'm always worrying about what the fuck going on with other people. And see, some of y'all, you used to this from birth. You used to this from how a bitch parented you. You used to a very critical parent that operated from a space of always telling your ass what to do and what's not right with you. And they called it trying to raise you right, but you never saw them fix the shit that wasn't right with them. So now that you're older, you believe that this behavior is actually the way to go. You think that in relationships and with your children and on the internet and shit, it makes sense to come in and ask people intrusive questions and worry more about what they're doing wrong than what you're doing wrong. So one of the first ways you can learn to get past it is to get in my Zoom. You can text 678-965-0698. The Zoom is on how to love a black man, but it's also on how to change your mindset. Becoming a more pleasant version of yourself is so important. Exactly. You get preoccupied by drama. And I'm going to tell you something about drama. And this is what a lot of y'all don't understand. Drama is addicting. It's addicting. So you can get to a point where after going through so much drama for so long, you may not even want to be involved, but you're creating it because your mind, you know how like our body chemically can be addicted to something? Your mind operates the same way. So after a while being aroused by certain shit for years and years, it can be a struggle to change the way that you fucking talk, the way that you behave, the stuff that you immediately go towards, the shit that you look at. This is real shit. And for some of y'all as grown men and women, y'all comments and the things that y'all gravitate towards, the stuff y'all share, the shit y'all be worried about, it shows that. It shows no maturity. It shows what you really attracted to. Because I get deep when I start talking about what the fuck y'all really attracted to versus what y'all say y'all attracted to. You definitely build up a tolerance. And you know how they say you teach people how to treat you based on what you tolerate? You teaching yourself as well. The shit you sit up in, the stuff you keep yourself involved, that shit is training your mind to be okay with that kind of shit. 678-965-0698. Benedict, you need to find out about yourself. That's the whole point. The idea is life is an ongoing journey of getting to know you, not other people fucking business. So worrying about why he do what he do, why I do what I do, why she do what she do, that ain't your fucking business. Your business is to know why you do what you do, why you worry about the things you worried about, why you think about the stuff you think about, why you move the way you move. The idea is some of y'all been your whole life and you know more about everybody you came in contact with than you do about your fucking self. Because every time things don't go right or relationships don't work out, you always looking at what the other people did wrong. You never sat down and evaluated what the fuck you need to fix. This how you get raw. This how you get real. This how you become a better version of you. It's always knowing what I need to improve on. And this shit becomes a lifestyle after a while. I done got so good at it, I no longer give a fuck about what other people could have done better when things don't go as planned or things don't work out or they're not, fulfilled all the way through as I would have liked them to. I look at me, I could care less. This is when real accountability come into play. Because real accountability involves you actually being more aware of what you could have done better than other people. This is where real self-improvement comes. I had to teach like so many adults around me. Real accountability You might even apologize, but it really don't got nothing to do with saying you sorry. It got everything to do with you understanding what you could have done better, or how you could have moved different, or how you could have chose otherwise, and fixing that without giving a fuck about what another motherfucker could have fixed or done different. Y'all be too busy worrying about what the next motherfucker did or didn't do well. Could or couldn't have, or should or shouldn't have said. That ain't what this shit about. It does for a lot of people, but I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you was raised on a certain mindset. So you think the way that you doing it, you think how you going about it is the best way. You think that you know best for you and everybody else. I'm telling y'all some real shit, and this go for male or female. Or you gotta know you. When I be talking to females on one-on-ones, I be explaining to them, if you meet a man and you decide to take him serious, or he trying to take you serious, check to see where his accountability at. Fuck all that other shit. Cause that's gonna tell you how things gonna play out when you go through stuff with him. It's important you understand that. A lot of y'all, you try to talk to the nigga you talking to, the dude you call yourself trying to build with. If you really just think about when I have conversations, or how does this man view accountability? You can't get nowhere with a motherfucker that don't understand accountability. Everything gonna be your fault. We've been discovered that Benedict is a roach. And the same for dudes. When I talk to dudes, bro, you trying to take a female serious? You got kids with her? Really ask yourself, how accountable is she? Because accountability have to do with you. You talking to a female, she don't got no real understanding for what it means to just be accountable for her words, her actions, her ways, her part and stuff, without mentioning yours. Bruh, you ain't finna get nowhere with her. You ain't finna get nowhere. Everything gonna be your fault. Everything gonna be somebody else's fault. You can't build with a bitch like that. Real accountability involve you stating what you are responsible for, without ever giving a fuck if the other people agree, don't agree, or care about what they part was. I'm trying to improve me. You know what? It ain't even games. A bitch they be broke. Like I told y'all a while ago, when you hear me talk about people that's broke, I ain't talking about money. Because real people understand all this other shit, it come. When you real, when you a genuine person, when you understand how to take responsibility for your actions, when you understand that you're in control of the state of your life, getting money ain't nothing. Shit ain't nothing. Building resources ain't nothing. Taking L's and bouncing back from the bit, that shit ain't nothing. Because you know that everything is in your control. Them people that don't understand accountability, don't understand how the world works as far as like you're in control of how your life look, them be the broke motherfuckers. So you got to understand life to really be rich and wealthy. You got to understand how to process this shit and what's really going on. This is why some people are slave to the dollar. They are slave to the material shit. They are slave to gossip and bullshit and worrying about other people's business because they don't feel whole without it. People who understand what I'm explaining, it ain't nothing. Up, down, it ain't nothing. Because the idea is we're happy with us. We understand us. We understand how this world works and how you operate in it in order to feel good about you. This is why you see some people, they be rich as fuck. They fuck right and take a L. They gonna commit suicide. Kill themselves. Bitch, I ain't got them M's no more. I don't even want to live. Because you thought that that was the way, the truth, and the light. This is why a bitch be in relationship. Nigga, leave you alone. Now you crying, ready to kill yourself, ready to kill the kids, ready to die. Because you thought that was life, the truth, the way. This is why some of y'all, the bitch threatening to leave you alone or she ain't going to be there. You feel like, nah, it's time to take yourself out. You can't function, can't go to work, can't pay bills, can't push yourself to get up and move forward. You deeply depressed because your mindset was broke. You thought that shit was the way, the truth, the light, and it wasn't. People that understand what I'm explaining, bro, it's whatever. And it ain't whatever like a bitch don't give a fuck. It's whatever like I can take on whatever. I can get through whatever. I can maneuver around whatever. I can process whatever. Comfortable and uncomfortable. Bitch, I'm gonna make sure my mental good. Broke or rich, I'm gonna be straight. A lot of y'all, you weren't taught this growing up. You weren't taught this. So as soon as a bitch stop talking to you, or people don't like you, or you get in a space where you realize shit was my fault, you get embarrassed. You get depressed. You get defensive. As soon as it starts looking like you didn't move correctly, now you get in a space where your behavioral patterns showing your traumas as fuck. It's a process, bro. Somebody said I'm trying to get my girl to understand exactly what you're saying. It's a process, bro. I'm going to tell you. Because for us as women, like already, especially women that was raised by a single woman, there is this no best attitude. Especially if that single woman that raised you ain't taught you what it's like to be on a team. Especially if that single woman that raised you and you're now a single woman and you've never been shown an example by that single woman that had the most say so in your upbringing, the value of having a family or a man around, you will struggle to get the concept of being comfortable with being wrong, being comfortable with fucking up, being comfortable with the idea that you're not perfect. So you will aim to play mind games to make it look like, to keep the illusion up that everything is somebody else's fault and you are some sort of victim. Mine be broke. It's the same for niggas. For a lot of y'all, if you've never been given these positive examples, especially for black men, on how to be a grown man and mature about your shit, you will run around and forever be ran by pussy and women. That's all it's gonna be. Your goals and shit won't be your goals. They will be that of a female. You won't be able to lead or make decisions. You won't be the head of no pack or no family unit. And you will attract bitches that match that. Because ain't no grown women gonna fuck with you. Ain't no women that's trying to be with a man that they can be submissive to and be vulnerable and not try to handle everything and take over every cycle. You will never get that. For those of us that are willing to be wrong as females, especially urban females, especially women that have a certain independence about themselves as far as being a provider, you won't never be able to attract one of those that has that balance. This that shit your mammy should have taught you. This that shit your daddy should have been around to tell your ass. That shit start with self though. Somebody said communicating and understanding is the key. Yeah, but starting with self. When a bitch go to talk about communication, y'all think a bitch talking about talking to others. You can't even really be solid with your relationship with a higher power. Allah, Buddha, God, whatever the fuck you believe in, without being able to first be real with yourself. Your heart can't be pure to no higher power or no entity that you feel like is responsible for your existence without first being honest with yourself about what the fuck you are. Y'all gather and congregate and talk all day long with motherfuckers that they can't be honest with themselves. Let alone, how the fuck you gonna be honest with the creator about what's really in your heart? Because you don't even know what's in your heart because you don't know self. Telling y'all some real ass shit. I'm gonna read y'all comments. Yeah, it got a lot to do with discipline. It have a lot to do with understanding your behavioral patterns. This is why my Zoom tomorrow night gonna help a lot of y'all. once you start owning shit, nobody can take. Exactly. And this is the thing. You know what? Like most people, what you just commented, they don't understand that. That is why, like when disagreements or uncomfortable situations come up, they care more about validating that they were right, or they didn't really do anything that bad, or things were not really identifying yourself and understanding you starts with embracing the shit I did. I don't give a fuck the level of how bad another motherfucker trying to make it seem. I'm willing to stand on and embrace where the fuck I might have went wrong or been off from my understanding. Exactly. Exactly. Until you understand this about yourself, you don't know who you are. The Zoom tomorrow night is on how to love a black man, but it's also on how to change your mindset. The thing is, you can't really love yourself until you know yourself. The people you see pouring into themselves, they know that they valuable. They've figured that out. That's why they're when you know some shit valuable, you go in the autopilot on taking care of that shit. It's the same for self as it is for just looking at life material. So you see a bitch get a brand new house or a nice new car or some shit. If there is real value in that shit for them, you don't got to tell them to take care of it. They just do. This is how you know where a bitch self-esteem at, where they self-awareness is at. All of that. I see it all the time. What you stay in is a real reflection of your self-esteem, meaning what you tolerate and what you let go on in your life is a reflection of where your self-esteem is. See, nowadays we in a day and age where a bitch think, putting on wigs and designer and the material things that you got, they think that shows their self-esteem. So as soon as I start to talk about low self-esteem, a bitch think that ain't me. Like, bitch, I know I look good, but you unpleasant as fuck. And the stuff you allow to be done to your pretty self shows that the inside is not viewed as pretty. Some of y'all, the vanity, you look raw as fuck. But when we look at, as a grown man, how you let women treat you and talk to you, how you view other human beings and how you treat them, how you treat your own seeds you made, how you operate, how you play yourself with the way you spend your money and fuck over yourself financially, that shows right there you don't got no real self-esteem. The idea is self-esteem don't be having a fuck thing to do. When starting out, it don't got a fuck thing to do with the physical. It got everything to do with the value you see within. Some of y'all, you want to talk this. You want to talk this. So you have to teach yourself. Yes, fine and unpleasant. Because this is the thing nowadays. Everybody want to look the part. But the idea is I can put on a crown and this nigga could put on, a velvet cape, and he can put on a crown and he can walk around with a golden stick saying I'm a king. But if the people around you aren't required to treat you like a king, if you not treating yourself like a king, nigga, you ain't no fucking king. Don't give a fuck what kind of outfits you put on. That's called keep playing. That's what y'all got to understand. You can dress up all you want. You can look the part all you want. All we got to do is sit back and really pay attention to how you're allowing life to do you, people to do you, things to go on. It's just like when you see motherfuckers that's willing to sit and be broke for years and years when they have the ability to actually do better. No, you got low self-esteem. It's no way I got the tools to fix this motherfucker and I ain't fixed it. You broken. You broke. And a bitch ain't talking about now dollar. It's the idea that you want to move your fucking feet for something that's supposed to be valuable. It's necessary. Same thing with relationships. Bitch be sitting around, bitch, I ain't finna be doing this. I ain't finna be, hoes ain't finna be trying me, but you with a nigga that try you every day. Bitch, you been getting tried for 3, 4, 5 years. Now y'all will beat a bitch up on the streets for the smallest stuff. Bitch cut you off, pull in front of you in the gas station, get in front of you in the line, you will square off. Say something about your kids, you will beat their ass. But to the shit going on fucked up right around you that you got the tools to fix, you ain't fixing that. Nah, you ain't tough. Ain't nothing tough about that. This the shit y'all wasn't taught. When you see people like you talking about how shit fucked up, you ain't willing to confront shit. Nothing on your credit report. Won't confront the bill collectors when they call. Won't be real about none of the real shit. But you will cuss a bitch out online or get on there talk about make the status direct. Who you talking about? I'm saying why you don't ask the bill? Who you calling for? Sally Mae, how much I owe you? Like, why y'all don't confront that? Confronting all the wrong shit I've been said it. Confronting everything but the bills at your front door. It ain't got shit to even do with being loud and obnoxious. It got everything to fucking do with pulling up for the shit you supposed to pull up for. With the same obnoxious demeanor that you fucking getting on somebody else's head, get on your own head like that. And see, the idea is you will see that loud, obnoxious shit change when you have to do it to your fucking self. This is how you know who don't be checking they self. People that sit there and when somebody else wrong, they beat that shit into the ground. You already know they don't know how to be accountable because they wouldn't do that to their fucking self. This is how a lot of y'all don't even realize a bitch can tell. Like, they can tell when y'all don't know what the fuck going on. I know I can. When you see people and it's all about what somebody else doing wrong, it's all about it. You just keep bringing it up. Keep wanting to talk about it. Keep wanting to make them uncomfortable about some shit they already apologized for. We know right then. I know right then. You don't know shit about accountability or really like being a genuine person or being pleasant. Because, bitch, you wouldn't do that to yourself if it was you. This is when we get into really treating others the way you want to be treated. Y'all think it's always about material stuff and giving a bitch something. I buy people stuff because I want me to buy them stuff. How do you act when shit get uncomfortable? I'm telling you, it's the shit you weren't taught. This the shit you weren't taught. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I tell dudes this all the time. When I be talking to niggas, man, fuck that bitch. If you in a relationship and some shit come up and that bitch traumas go to showing where you already done apologize, you're trying to move forward, this motherfucker keep bringing it up. Man, fuck that bitch. Because you ain't going to be able to build nothing with that hoe anyway. I don't give a fuck if you was dead wrong. A bitch that keeps stressing some negative shit that much without even giving the shit a chance to like change. Bruh. Fuck that hoe, bruh. Straight like that. I don't give a fuck how she look, how long you been fucking with her. This shit ain't gonna go nowhere. Grown folk, real women, they understand. We gonna discuss this shit. I ain't gonna beat you down and beat it into the ground or beat a dead horse. I'ma see what your ass gonna say from an accountable space. We gonna move forward. And I ain't gonna be bringing this shit up. I'm gonna be waiting to see new action. Y'all problem is y'all stay with them hoes too long that want to keep talking about the bullshit to the point where that shit re-manifests itself, to the point where you really don't want to change shit because the hoe got the viewpoint already stuck in her mind that it's this particular way. And a lot of it don't got shit to do with you, bro. It got everything to do with what the fuck going on with her. Fuck that hoe. Straight up. Everything to do with the traumas and the shit she wasn't healed for. I did a one-on-one with a lady, and it was a raw-ass one-on-one the other day when I did my one-on-one special. She caught that bitch for like $95 off. But we talking, and she was talking about her man, you know, working out of town. And this is somebody that she's dating. You know, it ain't in the engagement stage or marriage stage, but she's getting to know the man. And he went out of town. And one of the questions that she proposed to him, and she was telling me this herself, she was like, she asked him to tell her, like, basically his room number and the address, like where he's staying at out of town, if he a real nigga. This was her words, right? So I stopped her right there. I'm like, okay, so please explain to me what disclosing my whereabouts has to do with me being a real nigga or even a real bitch. Like, we can even take your man out the picture right now. And let's just talk about us if we was friends. This is what I'm saying to her. If me and you supposed to be sisters or homegirls or, you know, whatever we want to call ourselves, we supposed to be solid, right? What does me telling you or making a decision not to tell you have to do with me being real? So, you know, she trying to explain. It ain't making no sense logically, right? And we got to the conclusion of it, but I'm just running y'all through it. She trying to explain, and I'm asking her the same question about 2-3 times because the answer she giving, it don't match what I'm asking. I'm asking you, what does this man telling you the address where he at for you to know? Because this what I'm getting at is the shit don't got nothing to do with the man being real or fake. It got everything to do with what you require in order to be comfortable because you ain't healed from certain shit you seen in the past that went on with people that cheated or lied or was malicious by using their whereabouts as a secret, right? I'm knowing where it's coming from when I asked your ass. So what do real or fake got to do with a motherfucker telling you where they at? It's an insecurity. Exactly. She couldn't tell me. But in her mind, when she first brought it up, it made so much sense to her. Like the shit was facts to her. Like a nigga supposed to be dating me. He out of town for whatever reason. He won't tell me the address of the hotel he's staying at and the room number. This nigga ain't real. This how y'all deciding whether people real or fake nowadays? This why the fuck you picking the wrong people. This why the fuck, like I said, a bitch don't got a chance with some of y'all. Because the expectations that y'all trying to make a bitch live up to, they don't exist. Like that bar don't even exist. To meet somebody and still be dating them and I'm required to disclose my whereabouts whenever you expect me to. And if I don't, I ain't real. I ain't no real nigga. I'm trying to understand. And like I said, before me and her like really talked about it, she brought it up because she really felt like it was an issue. It ain't, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. It ain't even overly clingy. A bitch done been through stuff in the past that they didn't take the time to heal from and process what happened to them. So they take like other niggas' behavior and they make it where you gotta operate at a different standard because of what this nigga was doing. And they don't really understand the idea is people can do the same shit for different reasons. Same shit for different reasons. I can give you a hug and she can give you a hug. My hug could be out of love. That person's hug could be trying to pick the shit out your back pocket. Take your wallet out your back pocket. In order to backstab somebody or really try them, you got to get close to them. So their behavior on trying to get close to you could be for other reasons. See, you will blur that shit together when you don't separate the folk from the behavior. Alexis, you got to listen. You can't just get on here and comment because I ain't said nothing about it applying to every woman. Like, if it didn't apply to you, then obviously you know it don't apply to every woman. Like, y'all got to stop commenting from a defensive space. Even, this is my thing. This is what I had to break down to her because I can see some of y'all, you still don't know. Even if you in a relationship with somebody, they not fucking required to disclose their whereabouts and every single thing. This how I know a lot of y'all, you really need to get in a Zoom of mine. Because you don't know how to operate on a team. You don't know how to operate in a relationship from a healthy space. You don't know how to understand that. So I'm going to explain to you what I explained to the lady on my one-on-one. You are allowed to be in a relationship with somebody and have things that are still personal to you. You are allowed to be in a marriage and still have things that just belong to you. You are allowed as an adult, grown man, grown woman, decide for yourself what you want to disclose and what you don't. So whether they was in a relationship or just dating or in a marriage, the person has a right to communicate what they want and not communicate what they don't want. And as the other person, you decide whether that's something you're willing to compromise or be okay with. They allowed to have their own fucking identity. Y'all want people to have an identity that matches the shit that helps you cope with your trauma. I'm going to say that shit again. Y'all be in relationships. You want your partner to be reflective of a person that is easy for you to deal with based on coping with your traumas. Not fixing them, not confronting them bitches, but just like, he got to act like this so I can feel better. If he go out of town, he got to tell me his whereabouts. Not because any real reasons that got to do with him. This is all selfish, but I ain't going to say that. Because really what you should be telling the man is, I'm broken from past relationships and I get insecure and I get defensive and I start to feel alone if I don't know what's going on, or if I created a thought in my mind that something might be going on with you. If you don't answer my questions or tell me what I want to know, I'm going to say you a fake ass nigga, but really you not fake. It's me. I need this stuff in order to feel better about myself. That's what really be the fuck going on. And I know a lot of y'all, you've been hurt by men, so you never going to receive this from a man. This is why, as your sister, I got to tell your dumb ass, it's not the correct way to think and process this shit. They definitely start the show. But if you don't know self, you won't be able to say this. If you don't know you, you won't be able to say, I need you to act like this. Not because you're doing something wrong, babe, if you don't act like this. I need you to act like this because really it's some stuff wrong with me I ain't fixed yet. And then you let that nigga decide whether he want to operate that way or not. But just telling somebody, if they don't operate like, if they don't tell you what you want to know, they ain't real or they ain't for you. Y'all mindset fucked up. And a lot of y'all, you don't know how to do this. Know why? Because your mama do this to you. Because the people that raised you do this to you. Some of y'all got them mamas that if you don't let them borrow money, or if you don't do what they ask, or if you don't show up, they make you feel like you're like a bad person. Your day is going to be numbered because you ain't honoring your mother or your father. But really, as your mother, I have financial shortcomings or certain things that are personal to me, and I need you to behave this way or move when I say move, because it's actually something I need. It don't mean you a bad son or daughter. But see, your mammy ain't real enough to tell you this shit. So you're never going to be that until you make a decision to be that way. I probably went too deep for some of y'all. It's crazy how logic is too deep for a lot of people. What I'm talking about right now, it ain't even deflecting. It's not understanding how the world works and not understanding yourself. It ain't deflection. You don't get you. A lot of y'all, you thinking these rules I'm giving this nigga, or these statements I'm making about other people being real or fake, you think that it's about their behavior, but it's really about yours. And you don't know you, so that's why you don't see it. For those of y'all buying badges, I appreciate y'all. Because it's definitely free game. Definitely free. This is why a lot of y'all, like when I made that video, and sometimes I go back and just look at the comments, because them bitches, the video done been shared everywhere online. And everybody in the comments, like, I just look at the comments, the mindset of so many broken females in the world, and niggas, that sit there and they can't understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking so clearly on the video. The caption is talking about when people make the little statement about, why would I do bad with a man when I could do bad all by myself? They immediately, from a defensive space, from a non-comprehension, non-listening space, jump in the comments and start defending or, arguing against the point I never made. So you trying to say that a bitch should sit up with a nigga and just keep doing bad? Oh, she dumb. I don't like this. Look at her. Why she cussing like this? What I'm saying. Like, none of the stuff they like arguing against or debating. I like a good debate. None of the shit they debating with in the comments got a fuck thing to do with nothing I said. Nothing. But they can't hear. Because they mind broke. So they heard what they wanted to hear. Because they already had their mind made up about what they want to say. This going to get deep for some of y'all. You ever had somebody that they already decided, like this is before they even really got good in the video, they already decided, here is what I want to say. Here's the point I want to make. And in order for me to make my point, their point got to be a certain opposing point. So I'm going to make their point be what I need it to be so I can say what I want to say. It's a message for some of y'all. And I'm going to break this shit down. In relationships, when you got traumas and shit you broken from and ain't healed from, and you want to be a victim, in order for you to be a victim and make the point that you want to make, the other person got to be a particular villain on a certain point, right? And even if they telling you, no, that's not what I was saying, or no, that's not what I did, or bro, that's not what I meant, you will still try to make it seem like that's what they meant. Not because that's what they meant, but that's what they gotta be trying to mean, or that's what they gotta have meant in order for you to say what you want to say, in order for you to be that victim that you want to be, in order for you to convey what you want to convey. The conversation got to be lined up a certain kind of way. It's called manipulation. It's called mental manipulation. And some of y'all do this well. Some of y'all get it done to y'all well. It will work the fuck out of your mind. You could be in front of the motherfucker telling them that's not what. No, I'm saying I wasn't trying to do that when I was talking to her. No, I wasn't doing that with him because of this. Or I went, yes, you was. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. They got to keep, when you understand what I'm understanding, you won't even argue with the motherfucker. Hey, bro, fuck that bitch. Mine already made. Bitch already crazy. Hey, girl, fuck that nigga. Nigga already got his mind. He already came in believing something was done wrong to him. He got to stand on that in order for his mind to be okay with what he already told. Girl, you arguing for nothing. You explaining yourself for nothing. You spending years trying to prove you loyal for nothing. Because the nigga already got to make you be in this pocket because he already made the decision he going to be in that pocket. It's going in one ear and out the motherfucking other. It's definitely college right now. And this some shit, you can go to the oldest motherfucker in your family. I guarantee they won't break that shit down like I just broke it down. Mine already made up. But I'm telling y'all the why, so you can understand. It ain't even about them being a bad person. Because everybody gets so caught up in the idea of whether the person bad or good. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It means the person don't understand themselves. And you dumb enough to go for it. Because in all reality, like if a bitch really genuinely trying to move forward past the problem, they'll receive what you saying and the shit that don't make sense. They will talk that shit out. I'm telling y'all the realest shit a bitch gonna tell you. Zoom on Wednesday night. It's on how to love a black man, but it's also on how to change your mindset. Wednesday, text 678-965-0698. Get in the Zoom. I'll break it down a few times. Exactly. Somebody said some real shit just then. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all know when I come on here, I'm gonna kick cold hard facts. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. You can text 678-965-0698. Thank you, I am dark skin, for typing the number on there. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. It's important for your mental growth to get in rooms like my Zooms, how they be, where you having adult conversations. For a lot of y'all, the value in the Zooms is just being somewhere where a bitch gonna let you talk and actually listen to comprehend what you said, because you can't get that at home, my boy. For some of y'all, my Zooms is a space for you to go in and really listen to other people's perspective and receive it, because you ain't mad at them or got no past shit you holding against them. Message for some of y'all. A lot of y'all, you been grown, but you ain't done no grown shit in a long time. You don't know how to hold no conversation and have people disagreeing with your viewpoint and still be able to stay out your feelings. Message for some of y'all. And this is what my Zooms be doing for people. It don't just be about the information. It be able to operate in a group with other adults that they're willing to be accountable. They're willing to express and talk about what's going on. And I make it, well, bitch, we gonna respect one another. We gonna hear each other out. We gonna listen. This is what growing. Some of y'all, you can't get that from your family. You can't get that from that weak ass relationship you in. You can't get that from the friends you pick, because them motherfuckers don't know the shit that I'm talking about. So the idea is, if I'm going to be better, if I'm going to have growth, if I'm going to really grow my mental, change my mindset, I got to get the experience. I tell some of y'all all the time, you can do all this self-work, but if you don't go out and practice how to apply it, you still don't know shit. It's a lot of y'all, you break up with somebody or get out of a relationship, you ask me for 90 different books, you read all them bitches, or some of y'all, you don't read now one, you just keep telling me you read them, and I can tell how you talk, you ain't read now fucking one, but you tell yourself you did this work, or some of y'all, you really did do work, and then now when it's time to go do the real work, which is the application of what you say you learned, can't do it. Or you get out there and you know all the shit you supposed to know, but you can't apply it. Can't apply it. Y'all get in them Zooms, talk that talk, but then now when it's time to go home and really respect your man, go home and take accountability for the shit you did, bro, in your relationship with your lady. Step up and have them real conversations with your kids about how your ass was playing most of their life. And now y'all doing catch up. When it's time to do that, oh, now you can't do that. Tell y'all real shit. And this is talking to you nice. I know somebody earlier was like, why you gotta be rude? This is nice. This ain't even rude. This that type of talk a bitch should want to hear all day, every day. Because that shit'll get your mind right. (678-965-0698). Y'all can get in the Zoom or don't get in the Zoom. Either way, what the fuck I said, what y'all said on here and listen, it's gonna connect. And for some people, you don't get in the Zooms. You may not even agree right now in your mind. Wait till that trauma and that drama start hitting. Wait till the real life situation. See, that's the thing about my platform. I get so many people, they be worried about the delivery. You know, I be done talked about something that maybe they went through with their baby daddy or their baby mama or their family. It triggers them so they feel uncomfortable. They run from it. Life got a way of always bringing you back to Love Dorsey page. And it's definitely for men too. My Zooms is for men and women. That's what makes it so good, is that it's a space for both male and female, gay or straight, young or old, rich or poor, to talk about this shit, because everybody going through it. It ain't got a fuck thing to do with the amount of money you got, your education level. This is real shit. This the shit a college ain't teaching. This the shit you don't get from high school. This the shit you ain't getting your upbringing in your household. This real life shit. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy.